I need to understand what jurisdiction we're under.
Please.
Objection. Objection. Are we in a common law court? Yes or no? Case dismissed. Case dismissed because you refuse to rebuttal to the question regarding jurisdiction. You cannot proceed without honoring the jurisdiction.
April 26, 2023 will be set for an in-person bench trial in courtroom number 1.
Objection. I will not be showing up. Objection. I will not be showing up. You refuse. First of all, are we on the record?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Are we under penalty and perjury?
Are we on what, ma'am?
Under penalty and perjury, if you're willing to swear in.
I'm sorry, ma'am. I can barely hear you.
I said, is everybody willing to swear in under penalty and perjury?
Welcome back, everyone. Today's court hearing was chaotic from beginning to end. The defendant, someone claiming to be a sovereign citizen, refused to follow even the most basic rules. She kept her camera off the entire time, interrupted the judge repeatedly, and acted like court procedures didn't apply to her. To her credit, the judge remained calm and professional throughout, even as this woman tried to take control of the hearing like it was her own courtroom. Just so you know, under Rule 43 of the Federal Rules of Criminal Procedure, a defendant must be present for their trials, or not. So why do some people still think saying, I don't...
And we're not taking testimony as of yet. Today is the day and time scheduled for the pre-hearing and adjourned arraignment pretrial in these matters.
It still has to be placed on a record. He still has to be put under penalty and perjury because he's swearing to an alleged crime against me and holding me accountable. So even though this is just a hearing, it still has to be put on notice for the public as well.
Ma'am, today is the day and time scheduled for the pre-hearing and the arraignment pretrial. Would you state your name for the record, please?
Benita Seeley.
Ms. Seeley, Mr. Battar is the court-appointed attorney assigned to this courtroom for the day. He's indicated that you don't wish to engage his services. Is that correct?
No, let me explain my position. I asked him a simple question about jurisdiction. That's why this hearing has been re-adjourned for today, because the last hearing, none of the attorneys could answer the question in regards to what jurisdiction that we're operating under. So they want to proceed without addressing the jurisdiction, which is a violation of due process. So in order for him to represent me on any public record, I have to understand what jurisdictions he's operating on.
Ms. Seeley, if you do not wish to use the court-appointed attorney, and you confirm as much to the court right now, Mr. Battar can go back, ma'am. Mr. Battar can go back and do other things that he needs to do this morning. Do you wish to use Mr. Battar's services, or do you wish to represent yourself this morning, or do you wish to retain counsel through some other mechanism?
Why do some people still think saying, I don't consent changes anything legally? Let me know your thoughts in the comments and let's get into it. Honestly, this was one of the most difficult defendants to sit through. The level of disrespect was unbelievable. She ignored direct questions from the judge, questions she needed to answer to defend herself, and spent the entire time being argumentative instead. The judge showed serious patience. Most people would have lost their cool within minutes. What do you think? Should the judge have issued a contempt charge sooner? Let's keep going. One thing that stands out with these sovereign citizen types is how inconsistent and irrational their behavior can be. In this case,
under what charge, under which jurisdiction, and then who's bringing the charges against me?
Ma'am, there were citations issued against you in Huron Township for limited access speeding 11 to 15 miles per hour over the posted speed limit. That's a civil infraction. There's count 2, no proof of insurance. And there is the misdemeanor of driving while license not valid or improper license. Do you wish to use the services of the MIDC attorney, or do you wish to represent yourself this morning, or do you wish to retain counsel?
Who are the parties bringing this claim against me? It's a simple question.
I answered your question, ma'am. I answered your question, ma'am. I answered your question, ma'am.
And could you re-answer it? Because I didn't hear it. Who's bringing the charges against me?
The citation that was issued to you was issued by an officer from Huron Township, Freddie Yono. It's the citation that was issued, is signed.
So it's Freddie.
It has his name and his ID number. Ma'am, my question to you is, do you wish to engage the services of the court-appointed attorney, or may I release him to go back to do some other work?
Wait a minute. I have questions before I can answer on. You're trying to get me to avoid
No, ma'am.
questions that you
No,
know.
ma'am.
Yes, it's
No,
it's
ma'am.
a due process violation. Objection. Yes.
Miss
Because you're not
Seeley,
hearing
this
me.
is
This
the
is a
Miss
hearing.
Seeley, this is the third and last time I'm asking you. Will you be using Mr. Batars to represent you this morning, or do you wish to retain your private attorney, or do you wish to represent yourself?
I need to understand what jurisdiction we're under.
Mr. Batar, you may return to your breakout rooms to meet with other potential clients. Thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Your Honor, if I
Ms.
may,
Seeley, do you intend to represent, I'm sorry, Ms. Foley Carter.
I just want we started this case back in July. Ms. Seeley attended her first pretrial. She demanded that the case be dismissed. I declined. I asked that the case be set for a bench trial. Ms. Seeley objected, and Magistrate Hinman advised her to file a motion stating her objection. Since then, she asked Judge Green for her oath of office and then didn't appear for the court dates before Judge Oakley. So this case has been going on for quite some time with no resolution.
Because it's I'm asking a question and it requires a rebuttal and it's being ignored. You cannot violate the due process. This is a hearing, and any questions that I have needs to be answered. You don't get to sit in the capacity of government and ignore the questions that the people have. Someone's bringing a claim against me, and my only question is, are we dealing in a commercial or a common law, also known as a record of law, court? That's simple.
The woman acted offended just because the judge asked if she wanted legal representation, something that's completely standard. She kept demanding answers but refused to give any herself. It was like watching someone argue with a system they don't understand and then blaming the system when things go wrong. Let's get back to the hearing. I'm relieved that one's over. Her behavior was totally out of line. Whether she's been influenced by some group or just doesn't get how court works, it was clear she had no interest in following rules or respecting the process. The judge did a good job trying to keep things under.
So are we in a common law court, yes or no?
Marianne, a in-person bench trial date in this matter, please.
Objection. Objection. Are we in a common law court, yes or no?
January
Case
23rd
dismissed.
at 11 o'clock.
Case dismissed. Case dismissed because you refuse to rebuttal to the question regarding jurisdiction. You cannot proceed without honoring the jurisdiction. You cannot be in the capacity of a...
The misdemeanor matter and the two civil infractions that are traveling with it that were issued on April 26, 2023 will be set for an in-person bench trial in courtroom number 1.
Objection. I will not be showing up. Objection. I will not be showing up. You refuse to answer the question of jurisdiction. You're trying to get me into the courtroom so you can take me against my will and lock me up in a cage like an animal. Objection. You do not have jurisdiction over me. You do not have judicial authority in North America. You are working for a municipality called the state of Michigan. You have no jurisdiction. You are an attorney. You work for a corporation. You are in a municipal capacity. You have no authority. You call yourself government. Your position is a public servant.
Miss
I am the objection.
Miss Seeley,
no, you cannot proceed as an attorney. Objection. I will not be showing up in court. I will appeal this matter. Objection.
There is no question pending to you, ma'am. This court will be muting you at this time because the court has muted Ms. Seeley as her responses are not responsive to the matter that is before the court. This matter is being scheduled for trial. If Ms. Seeley wishes to absent herself from that trial, that is her absolute right. That trial date is January 23rd
I will
at
not be showing up.
That concludes this matter.
Under control. But honestly, a contempt charge would have been completely justified under Rule 42. Court isn't a place where you get to act however you want, especially not while hiding behind a black screen on Zoom. At the very least, people should be required to turn on their cameras. If they're expected to attend remotely, this defendant spent the entire hearing avoiding questions, derailing the process, and wasting everyone's time. It's honestly surprising she didn't walk away with more charges. Anyway, I'll leave it there before I go off too much. What did you think? Was the judge too patient? Or was that the right approach? Drop your thoughts below. And if you like this kind of content, be sure to like and subscribe. I post every day, and there's always more courtroom chaos to cover. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one. *.